Hello and welcome to the Cardboard Dungeons X-Wing product reviews. My name is Pat, and in this video I'm looking at a all-in-one modular storage solution for your X-Wing gaming needs. This item is called the AceCase, and it comes from an Etsy shop out of Australia called AceCase. Now, as always with these product reviews, the creator approached me and asked if it was something I was interested in making a video of, and I did receive a complimentary copy of the product. No payment was received for making this review other than the product itself. So keeping that in mind, as always, I try to be objective in these reviews, and I'm going to take you through this product, the AceCase, starting with the exterior. Now, this is a fiberboard box. It's got a hinged lid on it, a very nice embossed logo with an X-Wing. It does have a furniture grade varnish on the outside to prevent it from accidental spill. And I have to say, this my AceCase did get some water on it. I had a leak in the ceiling and it had standing water for a little while on the top of the case, and you can't tell at all. So that varnish is working extremely well, and no moisture or water got inside the box. So the protective waterproof covering works as advertised. Okay, opening up the box, looking inside. The first thing we can see is that inside the lid of the box itself, it's got a pull-down folding tray or door, and it'll let you keep documentation. So your FAQ printout or rule books, rules reference, whatever you want to put in there. You can even put card sleeves or card storage. Now the box lid folds all the way back on what the creators of this product are calling a living hinge. It's a pretty cool accordion style hinge that sort of expands and retracts as the lid opens. I've never really seen anything like it. It seems to have been holding up. I've taken this case to a few events already. It's gotten a fair amount of use in the time since I've had it, and it's holding up well. Now, looking inside the main body of the box itself, the first thing we see is your ships can be tucked into these little sort of holders that let you push the base into. They've got little push-away locks inside there that lock the ship bases on your small ships right in them, and then the whole holder itself has pegs on the bottom that push into a pegboard on the bottom of the box and hold it all very securely, and your ships can go in sideways or whatever way you want. Most small ships will fit in here nicely. Some of the larger small ships, like the new TIE Silencer, you can't get in vertically, but if you turn them horizontally, it will fit in here just fine. And then in addition to that, my AceCase came with a couple of large ship storage containers, and these are fairly customized. So the ones that I have, one of them is clearly designed to fit a decimator, and the other one fits the Millennium Falcon pretty well. They do have some removable components with foam that you can remove and place and sort of move around in order to accommodate certain other large ships. Some of the large ships just aren't going to work with these ones that I have, such as the Ghost or the Imperial shuttles. The Etsy shop, AceCase, does sell individual separate components that are designed specifically for those ships. So as I said in the intro, this is a modular system, and you can buy whatever you might need in order to carry whatever ships you want to put in here. But the base version of this will not easily transport certain ships. Some of those bigger ships, like I just mentioned, are not going to fit in what you get. You'll have to spend some more money in order to accommodate them if you want, or find another transportation means. Now, what this does come with, the transportation solution for your small ships and some of your large ships, is fantastic. They are held into these holders extremely securely. They don't move around. Nothing slides around. You can turn the case upside down. You can shake it around. Nothing is going to come loose, which is extremely well designed, and it all works very well. Now, in addition to the ship storage space, we've also got removable trays, and these trays themselves are customizable. The dividers pull out and can be moved around to increase or decrease the size of each holding space. So you've got a couple of trays. They can hold whatever token components you want, your shields, focus, evades, stress, whatever you need. And then below those in the box, there's an open space where you can put your obstacles, for example, or any other larger components that you might want. Now, right in the middle of the bottom section here, we have a tray that holds your maneuver dials. And just like the other trays, the dividers in these are removable. You can take them all out, or you can put them in as you need. It will hold 4 of the upgraded maneuver dial kits that Fantasy Flight sells, and it'll hold even more of the standard maneuver dials because those are quite a bit thinner. And you can take out all of the dividers in order to hold even more, as long as you don't mind them sliding around in there a little bit, but they won't fall out because this comes right up to the closed lid, so it holds everything securely. And then in addition to that, we've got another storage tray to hold even more tokens. And finally, a large pull-out tray that will hold your damage deck, your upgrade cards, even has some space to hold pegs for your ships. Nice tray for your dice, and then below that, there is a slide-in little holder for your ship cards. So they really did think of everything with this case. Inside the box, there's nothing that it's not going to take for your standard X-Wing needs to get everything you want for a squadron. It's not going to hold more than that, so really pretty much this is a single squadron. You go into a tournament, you build your squadron, put the ships that you need in here, and you're good to go. And now I think the last thing I want to talk about, one of the coolest features of the AceCase, is a pull-out maneuver template tray that fits into the bottom of the box itself. It's locked in with the same type of locks that are used in the ship holders, so it doesn't slide out. Holds all of your maneuver templates. Very nice display, looks great, works great, locks into the bottom of the box with no problem. It will not fall out on its own. Your maneuver dials, your range rulers, including the divided range rulers that you can find now, holds all of them very nicely, both the original cardboard versions, and if you have acrylic templates and range rulers, it holds them just fine with no issues whatsoever. So that's what you get out of the base AceCase. Now go to the Etsy shop and look at the other options. They do have different versions that come with different loadouts, if you will, for the case. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is the price. This is what I would consider a luxury X-Wing item. It is not inexpensive. I'm not going to go into the cost because there are some different versions. Like I said, you can buy a base version or you can buy it with different holders and inserts as you need, but it is going to cost you a fair amount of money, which isn't bad. I think that it's worth it. It's extremely well designed. Probably the best X-Wing specific carrying case that I've seen. It is just super classy. From the box design, the hinges, the locking pegs, everything in here works great. And when I take it out to store events, it gets a ton of compliments and questions, and people want to know where I got it and how they can get one. It's gonna definitely, get people interested, and it looks great on the table. It works well. Setup and tear down for your ships and components is super fast with the AceCase. It all works really well. So, tons of pros about this thing. I really have nothing bad at all to say about what it does and how it does it. My only negative on the case itself is that in order to open the case, it does have a little push button in the front that has little tabs that push away, locks it closed. But if you're not careful, or if you have children, or if you have friends who just want to grab and pull things open, you can open the lid without pushing the button in, and those tabs are held on by really small, thin pieces of fiberboard, and they will snap and break off pretty easily. So you have to be careful about that. That's what happened to my case pretty early on, and I already do have a fix in the works to get it closing again, or locking again rather, it closes fine. Because of the design of the hinges, they have a sort of a jigsaw cut in the sides. It's not going to fall open unless you turn it upside down, and so carrying it around, even without the locking tabs in place, still isn't a problem, but it is something to be aware of. For the price of this item, you do want to know up front that those tabs that lock the lid closed are not super sturdy, so you have to be very careful. Now, as long as you're pressing the little button in to push the tabs out of the way before you open the lid, it shouldn't be a problem. So that's really the only problem I had with this. And then the only other con for it is the price itself. Like I said, it is a pricey product, but there's obviously a ton of work and design that went into making this case. Now, the other thing is the Etsy shop is out of Australia, so if you are not from that part of the world, you will be looking at fairly steep shipping charges as well on top of the cost. And remember, when looking at the Etsy shop for this product, everything is in Australian dollar prices, so you'll want to do some conversion to figure out the actual cost for you depending on the currency that you use. But AceCase, highly recommended if you are looking for a really classy, stylish storage solution for your X-Wing tournament needs. Go to their Etsy shop, take a look at what they have to offer. Very, very impressive stuff, and I highly recommend checking it out. It's just a great overall product. Okay, as always, thank you for watching the Cardboard Dungeons X-Wing reviews, and I will see you next time.